Hey, how's it going? Now, in the swatching videos that I did for the Tim Holtz Distress ink pads, in each of those, part A and part B, I said, maybe I'll try out to see if I can pull more color out if I add water mixed with vegetable glycerin. Today is the day. So I have the can of water with vegetable glycerin in it. I also have this bottle of, this is like the Now Foods vegetable glycerin. It is a 16-ounce bottle. And I bought this several years ago. And look, I have barely used any of it. It's full. Just only a little bit taken out. And it's still good. So there's no smell to it. I'm gonna smell it now. It looks like water. It is not water, but it is water soluble, so it mixes really well with water. And it's also very good for the skin. I got a little, very good for the skin. I should put that on my hand. Okay, so I'm not going to wear the gloves today, even though this back of this hand has been hurting today. I'm not putting the gloves on because that's, it's kind of bulky to put those gloves on. Okay, then I'm going to, let's see. This is where I'm keeping the beauty wedges that have the colors on them when I did the swatching, as well as the ink pads. And I'm going to go right after all of the purples and violets. This is a silicone coaster. And I'm just going to try the Salty Ocean one here. And I think I'm going to hit it with this one instead of straight away with the vegetable glycerin. I'm going to get some in here. Wow. Got a little bit of that in there. Let's see, I'm just going to put it. I also brought out the sea salt grinder. I'm going to rest it on the brush tub jobby there, base. Also brought the sea salt grinder out because I know I'm not really working with watercolors, but I do want to see if there will be any effect. Salty Ocean. Now, one of the reasons for using this silicone coaster is because if this is permanent, ooh. If this is permanent, I'm going to do this one. Then it might stain the silicone coaster, which I'm all for. I want to see, is there anything? Look at that. Is there any other way to test this? Like, wow, look at that. Oh, I have to turn this around just a minute. Excuse my reach here. And the reason I grabbed the synthetic brushes is because I think the ink will stain. The brushes. There's a little bit of blue on there. And paper towel. A little bit of blue on there. You can kind of see it. Okay, then that is kind of cool, right? So let me see if I did straight up. Oh, and you want like 1 or 2 drops max there. Yes. Now it's much diluted here because I added 2 drops. Only 2 drops. They were kind of big drops though. But that one, wow. That is a lot. Okay, I'm going to come in just a little here. That's cool. Now it makes me want to see if I can mix it a little bit. I'm going to try and speak today. Darn it. I want it to stain because if it stains, then I know what to color these, how to color these. Let me clean the brush here a little bit. So I guess you can use these. Now what I didn't try, what I do want to try is, what is this one? Broken China. I want to see if, again, if I can get it after it's dried. I don't think I can, like, yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing there. Oh, I got, ooh, just a tiny little bit there. No. What if just 1 drop? Nope. Even less so. But it's interesting that I got even that. So that, yeah, that is on there. Okay, I gave it a whirl. I gave that a, we're done. No. Okay, so I'm going to, I did the Salty Ocean. I'm going to put that aside here. And you don't want to try the purple, right? And let me bring back the baby wipe here. And the dry that off there. I was thinking earlier, now make sure you make some kind of a design on your paper. The paper is Fabriano hot press watercolor paper. That it is what I swatched on when I swatched all 60 of these distress ink pads. And let's just try, before I just did, ooh, that's cool that it makes a darker, it's just sitting there. It's just sitting there. Okay, I'm gonna try this brush. Make a design. What was I talking about? I don't know. I get so enamored. Squirrel moments, I guess. Oh, it's nice and smooth, but you know, I did put vegetable glycerin on. I'm also going to try, oh, you know, I was going to say, I'm also going to try regular water. I do have a spray bottle of that nearby, so I want to try regular water to see if there's any difference. Oh, and we got some blending going on here. That's awesome. Or is it laying on top? No. I think it is blending, right? It's a different color. Cool. That could work in our favor just for making abstract designs. What is that? Am I bringing up the... Am I peeling this paper? Man, I hope not. I'll do it this way. Or am I bringing up tissue fibers or something from the tissue that I just used to dry the silicone? That is cool. I like that. Now, how am I going to add sea salt to that to see if it works? Okay, let's see. My idea was to add this. And then add this. Let's see if we can get a design out of it. Just a little bit. I usually go hog wild on that stuff. Ooh, what do we have? We have something astounding. Let's see. Any kind of magic going on there? We would have to wait until it dries. So let's let that dry, and I'm gonna come out a little bit more. Oh, what was that? This one. Oh, broken china, right? Broken china. That's this one. And this, I still have stuff left over. So if I let that dry, excuse me, and I pull out another one, because I do have another one here. What is that? And I have to come out a little more. Okay. This cat hair is getting on here. Cat hairs. Okay, broken china. Because I'm going to put it on there, which is also broken china. And now that one I'm just going to do. It's just the water with vegetable glycerin. Oh yeah, look at that. That's great. Now this one does have a purple stain to it. I just picked it right, and never mind. I just picked it right up. Now this is plenty wet. And yes, I'm going to take the sea salt to it in a second. That's why I'm making it plenty wet. Whoa, whoa. I'm going to come in, see if we can see anything that is immediate. The sea salt, sometimes it's immediate and you can see the color being pushed away from the salt, and other times you can't see that right away. So this one, I don't know, kind of hard to say. I definitely see that the salts are colored there, not white. So maybe it's, oh, this maybe is pushing away, or that could be salt right there. These little parts right here. This one. Okay, let's create some more stuff. I'm gonna take this off the thing here. I need to zoom out because there's I'm going to, it's way too close. Okay. Now that was, picked up some stuff, not enough stuff. Maybe I can pick up some of that salt there. I guess if I press on here enough, it's going to pull up the paper. Yeah. Yeah, it's pulling. Yes, it's pulling up the paper. But that's kind of cool. Now, you're not supposed to be pulling up this hot pressed paper, are ya? It was a piece of the paper. Let me clean this little stipple brush. This isn't turning out like, using the stipple brush is not turning out like I thought it would. Like it would just do the pouncing or something. I didn't really use it right anyway the first time. I just... That's what she gets for not using it right. Now, is this one dry? I wonder. Now, it also take... Oh, no, that's not dry. This will take longer to dry because of that oil in there, the vegetable glycerin in there. So it'll take longer to dry. And I need I do need my paper towels here. Let's get some things out of the way, like the lid to the spray bottle there, and to the sea salt grinder. Okay. I wonder what this is. Like, did I put a lid? Is that from a lid that I put on there? Maybe one of the ink pad lids. Okay. Making sure there are no paper towel fibers in there. Another color. Let's see, we have blue, purple, a little bit of green, not a whole lot of green there. Pine needles. Oh yeah, hurting the hand there, pulling that off. Still no staining on the silicone coaster. What would stain the silicone coaster? Okay. Then we have, I don't see any kind of reactions there, like slow, very slow. And this one, okay, maybe take this one a little bit. When it's mixed with the water, it's going to be a little bit more diluted, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. But when it's mixed with the water... Oh, I was going to try the water, right? Hello. Hello, Tammy's not... She's having too much fun creating a doodle. Okay, there's a little bit of delusion. What's it called? Dilution? I don't know. Jargonitis. That's what it's called. It's even worse on camera. Okay, let's see. I'm just creating a doodle. That's all we're doing here. It's like a funky padlock. Upside down, of course. Okay, then I want to use this one. Right here. Look at that. That does bring out the color a lot. But I think once it dries, it's going to be permanent, I think. But I really like how that, and you can't see it because I'm too zoomed in. Look at that. I pulled out a lot. I just went like that and then brought it down like this, and it's soft. I can't explain, like, it's very smooth, you know, it's not rough or anything. And look at that. I want to try and cover that, but it's not letting me. So that is very cool. I'm going to make it, feather it here a little bit. Like there's something blocking it there. Maybe it's sizing or something. Or maybe it's the way I'm brushing. Not a professional, just want you to know. Just like to dabble and experiment. Always trying to experiment. Oh, look at that, bringing up the paint. Oh, I guess it is now paint. I'm going to go over the edge here. I didn't want to get it on the mat there. Now I can see this. This might dry because I'm brushing it out, so it might dry faster. Gonna go sideways. Totally against a normal professional. That's not to say I'm an abnormal professional. Totally against what a professional artist would do. All directions here. Although they might if they're drawing a flower or a tree, or I'm just drawing a big old block of green pine needles. What happens when you pulverize pine needles? Right there. Let me grab some more. If I can do like this, maybe. Oh, yeah. You can do that. Not sure what that is, but you can do it. That's gonna dry, and we're gonna see if we can respray it. Just experimenting, just trying to see something. It does spread it around more on the silicone coaster there, but I don't think it's going to. Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, it's gonna spread some more color in there. Okay, going to wipe it down with this baby wipe. It's this one, water for crafting. See, I label almost everything. And also, I shake this, although I don't know, I don't need to shake it or anything like that. Okay, so we're going to have that. And does this fit on here? No, it doesn't. That's a good thing. I'm just checking because I have two. Now I have two lids for spray bottles. This one is a little smaller than this one is. Okay. What haven't we tried that could go with, could kind of go with everything we've done here? Okay, maybe slightly, oh, I know. I don't know. The Mermaid Lagoon. Okay, we'll try that one. Which could be the maybe cerulean blue or turquoise. Was this turquoise colored when I swatched it? I'm trying to remember. I don't know. And we're going to spray it with regular water. The lid's already off. I already shook it even though I didn't need to. We got just two. And it went way further in the edges there. Okay, so this is smooth as well. What am I seeing differently? It's not spreading as wide as I'd like it to. The vegetable glycerin is clearly spreading the color out. Not this color, but I have to wet the brush more for the regular water. So you might want to get some vegetable glycerin, because even for the distress ink pads, if you want to use them with water, then you'll want to use them with water mixed with vegetable glycerin. And you really only, this is I think a 4-ounce can, so I didn't put a lot of vegetable glycerin in here. Maybe like 4 drops mixed with 4 ounces. So you like a drop an ounce or something like that. I really did not put a lot of vegetable glycerin in there. And you just give it a good shake right before you spray, and you get these wonderful, there's like a face there. These wonderful pictures. clearly I'm just seeing how much I can get out with the water. You can see it kind of giving up there. And while this is smooth, because I'm working on smooth hot press paper, it's not as smooth as the vegetable glycerin. That's just the way it feels. Just a minute. I'm gonna get some of that off. Tammy, make a design. I know. Let's just do... Ooh, did I hit? No. What was that I hit right there? Am I hitting some vegetable glycerin from the green? Because that was a bit smoother, not just the water. So now, what did I use? Mermaid Lagoon, right? Okay. I'm gonna do it again. After I cleaned it and dried it. And now I'm gonna add this one, which is the mixed with vegetable glycerin. It wouldn't depress there. That was weird. And I guess I should have cleaned this off, but I didn't. It's not going to dry anytime soon, so rest assured there. And I dried off the brush just a little bit. That is such a cool color. It looks like, I'm thinking it's turquoise. Really meant for turquoise. Oh, yeah. Right down to the... Maybe that's what I should do. Wow. Now this not so much because I pulled it all this way. Okay, so we have... I'm gonna come out just a little. I'm gonna go up here to the top. Okay, that's what we have for that. But man, that went... Also, I dipped it in a smaller puddle here. Yep. Not quite halfway down the page. But there is a smoothness to this. Like when I was painting just the water and the ink pad color, while it was on smooth paper, it didn't have that glide to it. I couldn't feel that glide that an oil would give a brush, you know. So that's something to consider. And this does come out a little bit. Let me see. Now if I spray, I'm just going to spray this. And not dab a paper towel or a silicone coaster with it. I am going to pull some of it out, but I see that there's a line there, so it's starting to dry. Can I do like a feathery effect? I can. And this now has more in there. More vegetable glycerin with water. Ooh. I need more color. I need more color in here. Blue, 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 blue. And not enough purple. So I need more color, did I say? More color. More of the purple, maybe. I think this is Dusty Concord. And I'm not keeping track. Like, I'm not putting... What was this one? Was that the... Wilted Violet, was it? Seedless Preserves, right? Seedless Preserves. It's got more of a purple... I'm not setting that aside, and that's a bad thing. Now, what I could do is what I didn't try. before this dries. Oh no. What I didn't try was putting the brush directly on the ink pad. I mean, not the ink pad, but directly on this. You can clearly see a difference. It's not puddling or anything. It is kind of bubbly, and that is because it's on the silicone coaster here, but it is not. Look at that. And how much can I get on here? Oh yeah. That's all I can get. That's a nice dark deep violet there. Well, not maybe deep, but a dusty violet. And it's nice and dark because it is just the ink. There's no water added, no diluting going on here. But I can't get as much out of there. It's fuzzy. How much can I pull out? Oh, I can pull a little out. Oh, that's a lot better. I was doing it wrong. I was doing it wrong. That's okay. Now the brush is damp. It was not completely dry when I started with this. For the Dusty Concord. Or for any of these colors, really. Now, do we get any kind of a... There is some kind of a design there, or some kind of an effect. And I'd have to take the salt off to find out. Okay, now this, I'm going to add a little more of the Dusty Concord to that, since I didn't spray it with the vegetable glycerin water or just the plain water. Okay, now we're going to give this a spray. Move that over a little. Now let's see what we get. Oh, we got we got a mess. That's what we get. Covering my fingers. I should have worn gloves, but I don't wanna. This is the water with vegetable glycerin. Not a whole lot of color there. I'm kind of surprised. Now, it is diluted, true, but when I did it here, look how much color I got there and there. Ooh, I like how this blended out a little more. Kind of seeped over toward the blue. Very interesting. Also, what am I picking up there? Is that from the paper, or am I picking up? It might be salt. Oh yeah, it feels like salt. Feels like salt. It's kind of hard when I'm brushing against the paper there. Yeah. That's the salt. That's another way to brush. Like you're scraping. Wow, and that turned pink. That's interesting. I'm not sure why that turned pink. That's kind of disturbing. Since I like violet. I mean, I don't hate pink, but I want, when I put violet down, I want it to be violet, not pink. It's just a simple preference. Okay. Now this one is not going to dry, I don't think. I don't think this one's going to dry. Like, you know, it's been almost, I'm ashamed to say how long it has been. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this again with the ink pad, the Dusty Concord. Maybe it's the from the water brush tub here, the little. Okay, so it kind of, I don't know what to say about that. That's so strange. For this one, I'm just going to add a drop, 1 drop of straight up vegetable glycerin. Sorry, that was a little loud there. 1 drop. That is all. And going to, because I want to see if the water with vegetable glycerin cause that to turn pink. I'm just going to do do that over here. Oh yeah, that's, I mean, it's gliding. No, I cannot draw a circle with a paintbrush. I'm trying, I really am. It's more like an egg. But it's not this pink. That is so weird. Who put milk lavender in my Dusty Concord? I know I didn't try, I only tried this a little bit. I have to do that more often. Now with doodling, it is human nature to try and figure out what kind of picture, oh that's horrible, is being, can the viewer, the observer, get from the doodle. From the artist's standpoint, there is no picture the artist is trying to recreate. It's just a big old circle with lines. I'm running out of things. Now I'm gonna dilute it. Running out of paint there, color I guess it's called. Ooh. I want to extend these a little. Cool. I want to make this a little bit darker. Totally off the totally off the mark there. That was horrible. Okay, so it's just a doodle. If you think it's a purple sun with rays, go right ahead and say, I love the purple sun with rays that you got going there. Also want to see, now this was done with the water, just the plain water, right? Do a little outline of sorts. It's blending, it is blending in, I think. And if I let it sit there and we watch in a time-lapse motion, we will see, will we see something like this? That totally, wow. Because I thought I just did a little line. Maybe I brushed it out. See, the memory, it just goes, just gone. Add a little purple here. I'm sorry, a little violet here to the blue. Now that had vegetable glycerin on it. Maybe right there. I can bring up more by adding more. And I'm getting quiet because I'm enjoying the painting, the doodling. I want to do it like this. I need more Dusty Concord. I like this idea. I'm going to doodle with these. Yeah. I guess what I should also do to give you some perspective of the ink pad itself, I guess, is that's horrible. As a doodle artist, as an abstract artist, that to me, that looks horrible. So I want to do, oh no, I'm adding it straight to it. Oh no. Right there. What's that? There's a gap. Why is there a gap there? Okay. I want it. Where am I going with that? Now I know I put paint on there. I know I did. I'm not technically supposed to have an idea in my head, but I think I was trying to make it look like this side, and it didn't look like that side. Yeah, nothing's symmetrical. Well, I'm sure something is symmetrical, otherwise we wouldn't have the term symmetrical or symmetry. Something out there. What is symmetrical? Put in the comments. My dentist told me that humans are not symmetrical. And I just looked at him like, you know, I think you're right. I don't think I said it, but the thought in my head was, by golly, that changes a lot of my thoughts right now. A lot of things in my head. We'll just do, if you can't make it look like the other side, then make the other side look like that side. But I do want a little, you know, it's a blue wand. What do we say it? It's a Mermaid Lagoon wand with purple feathers. I'll take it. I like that idea. Even though technically it's not a picture. Not a discernible picture. I have to stop because I know I've been on this for like an hour. Hopefully it will not be an hour to you. This is the masterpiece, in case you were wondering. We got a little duster going on here. And then, so I used Dusty Concord, Mermaid Lagoon. Well, no, we didn't use Ice Spruce. I put some of those away. Oh, Broken China. That's what this is. Is this Broken China, right? Mermaid Lagoon and Broken China look a lot alike then? Or was this Broken China? That is a lot of blending there. I don't remember that doing that big. That is kind of cool, actually. If you're just looking at the design, that is cool. The pine needles one, that looks kind of cool here, like this part right here. That effect of, that's wild. And the blue, what was that one? Was that, I wasn't, Maybe that was broken china as well there? No. Oh, wait, that was broken china, I think. Okay. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a creative day. Bye.